In this video, we will give you 7 rules so you can create excellent exit strategies for your crypto portfolio.
Rule number 1, follow key psychological levels. You see, most people out there, they always tell you numbers like $5, $10 are the absolute levels that you should sell your crypto at. However, you see over and over again that people actually sell before that and the price tops before these key levels. And I have seen this multiple times. For example, Doge last cycle. Everyone was calling for $1 Doge. Guess what? It peaked out at 7 cents. Same thing goes with Bitcoin. Everyone was screaming for 100,000, 120, 50,000. But the big level was 100,000. And where did it top? At 70K. And the last example I have for you is a 100x that we made, and it was on Brett. We bought it on 8 million, and everyone was saying that it was going to 1 billion. Right now it's over 1 billion, but the big drop at the beginning was at 800 million market cap. So this is the game plan crypto rule. Yes, follow key levels, but always sell before them because everyone else will sell then and you front run them. So for example, 7 cents if the price target is $1, $70 if it's $100, and you get the idea.
Rule number 2. Only swap your coins for another coin if you have a clear thesis on why this coin will perform better. In our program, we have weekly live calls, and people often come to us with the question, okay, I saw this coin going up a lot. Should I switch my one coin that I currently have, which is not performing as good as the other coin? Should I sell right now and buy this other coin? Only switch your coins if you have a clear understanding of why this other coin will continue to perform better than the coin you're currently holding. So always think in terms risk to reward ratio. What is the risk associated to that new investment? What is the potential reward that you can generate by switching your coins into this coin which already pumped? And if you don't have a clear answer on that, then you shouldn't switch your coins.
Rule number 3 is called the 2-year rule. And this rule says that you shouldn't hold an altcoin longer than a period of 2 years. And here again, you can have a look at the historical snapshots of 2018 and 2021, for example, and you can go through the first top 100 coins. And you will see that in 2018, if you compare it to the top 100 coins in 2021, they're completely different. Which means that all of the coins of the top 100 got replaced the latest 3 to 4 years later. And I have analyzed the situation even further, and I can tell you that coins do not pump or have an amazing run against Bitcoin longer than 2 years. So do not marry your bags, maximally 2 years. Ideally, you want to sell even earlier.
Rule number 4, you don't have to exit your position all at once. I get that question quite a lot on my Instagram page, and people come to me asking for a specific target for example, Riff or Solana. And the thing is that like you enter a cryptocurrency not at once, you can also exit that position not at once. You can take profits on the way up, so you definitely take profits. I see so many people aiming for, let's say, for when we talk about Bitcoin, for a price target of 115,000. And they only sell all their Bitcoin holdings if Bitcoin reaches 115,000. But what happens if Bitcoin only goes to 105,000? So you see the problem here. And what you should do instead is basically take profits all the way up. And even if you don't sell at the top, which is, by the way, a myth, which people tell you, like, it's not possible to sell at the top. Only the top 0.0001% can do that sometimes, not even like on a regular basis. So take your profits on the way up and don't be the one backholding this coin all the way back to whatever your entry was and below that. So take profits on the way up and don't worry about not making the highest amount possible with your whole position. You want to secure your profits so you have money when the coin goes down again.
Rule number 5, securing your initial capital. Now, a lot of people know this rule, however, they do not apply it right. Most of the people, what they hear online is after a 2x to take out 50%, which inherently is not bad, But if you have a good entry, you might miss on huge gains. I had quite of a similar story back then in 2021, or maybe it was 2020 when I first saw Solana. And I bought it at $1 and I sold it at $8 at once. And after that, it went up to $200. Now, I took my initial capital out and all the rest. Now, this is an extreme example. However, let's assume that I bought at $1 and I sold 50% at $2. I still would not have made as much money if I would have cashed out at the top somewhere around $200. You get the idea. It's really important to take your initial capital out. However, you need to balance it so that you do not miss out on the big gains of the bull market. So I like the levels of 5x, taking 20% off, 8x, 12.5% off, etc., etc. And a little additional tip, take your initials out plus a little bit more so that psychologically you also made a little bit of profits.
Rule number 6. Some people think that their exit strategy or one exit strategy is enough for their whole portfolio. Now imagine if you have 10 coins and all of them perform at different points in time. But you say, for example, if Bitcoin hits 115,000, you exit all your positions. But looking at the past bull markets, you always saw that altcoins peaked a little bit after Bitcoin hit its all-time high. So doing or exiting everything at once is not making sense. So you have to have an exit strategy for all the coins in your portfolio. And you can also look at the life cycles of different altcoins, especially in the high-risk sector. Some altcoins perform at one point very good and everyone is buying them and it would be the perfect moment to sell them, but a little bit later, this coin starts dumping and another altcoin starts pumping. So you have to respect the life cycle of altcoins, otherwise you not just miss out on profits, but you will most likely lose your money. This is also the reason why you shouldn't hold too many coins, otherwise you won't be able to execute all the exit strategies that you have built up front. So keep the amount of altcoins in your portfolio low and have exit strategies for all of them.
Rule number 7 is understanding market cycles. Now, market cycles are the most important part in entering and in exiting your positions. Especially in the bull market, everyone is so focused on a short time horizon. Everyone's looking at the daily charts, weekly charts, but they do not zoom out and look at the big picture. And this is one of the most common mistakes when it comes to exiting the markets. You don't need to zoom in. You all know the feeling when you want to buy a meme coin or a new coin and you zoom in to the 5-minute chart. No, you should zoom out, look at the Bitcoin chart, because as you know, when Bitcoin goes down, the whole market goes down with it. So the most important indicator is actually Bitcoin, right? And I will give you a little bit of alpha too. After Bitcoin peaks, you maximally have 1 or 2 months to exit your altcoin positions. Now, how do you identify a Bitcoin market cycle top? For this, there are 2 very nice indicators. The first one being the MVRVZ indicator on Look On Chain. We will link it in the comments, as well as the second one, which is the Power Law residual ratio. And if you take these 2, it's an excellent start. Now, it can get a little bit more complicated, but looking at these 2 indicators can already give you a massive advantage over everyone else. It doesn't really matter if you make a lot of profits, because at the end of the bull market, no one gets to keep their profits. So master market cycles, identify Bitcoin tops, and at least you will make a lot of money and you will keep it.
All right, now you have 7 important rules for your exit strategy. Now it's actually time to implement them. So my advice to you is watch this video again, go through all the different rules we gave you, and then start to implement them bit by bit.